Evening, friends. Hope you're doing very well out there. We've got another great show for you tonight. We've got Marcus Magellan. He's out of Florida, USA. And we've also got Leila Jane, who's been on the show before. And I can't wait to hear her tunes because last time she was on, she played this amazing song called Satellite Station, which I've been promoting on the CNLZ Facebook page. So, yeah, can't wait for that. But in the meantime, Richard Latto, how are you tonight?
Hey, Pete. Yeah, I'm really good, thank you. Yeah, the weekend has begun. It's been one hell of a long week doing various bits and pieces. I'm just pleased that Friday is here, not just because the weekend usually involves a little bit of a break from the usual weekday stuff, but also we get to hear some great music tonight, which is good.
Of course. And what are you drinking there? That looks like a Bud Light or something?
It is a Bud Light. Yeah, I know. I used to take the mic. One of my friends used to go to... big fan of American baseball, and some of the teams were sponsored by Bud Light. And I used to joke on social media and say, that's a bit halfway, isn't it? Why is it not the full Budweiser? Surely you don't want to be sponsored by Bud Light. You want to be sponsored by Budweiser full fat. And here I am now drinking it constantly because I'm trying to watch the figure, obviously.
Oh, is that what it is? Wow, Rich, you don't look as if you put on any weight for me. To me, you've always been a bit fat.
It could be that I'm watching my figure. It could be that my wife very kindly just bought a 4-pack from Tesco Express when she was on the way home today. She thought it would be a nice way to start the weekend.
Very good. I was actually watching the football yesterday. We won't talk about the result, Leila, but it was England versus Ireland. And I noticed in the background there that they actually had a Bud Light sign. I was thinking, who on earth in Ireland actually drinks Bud Light? It'd be sacrilegious.
It's Iron Brew, isn't it? That's all it is. Oh no, that's Scotland, isn't it? I get confused with our nations. Sorry.
Just lost all of our viewers in Ireland and Scotland in one fell swoop. What have you been watching this week, Rich?
Loads of bits and pieces on social media. You found a couple of videos that you shared with me. One of them genuinely made me belly laugh, which is a triumph in itself. But the one I would like to show you, can I show you mine first? Because yours are going to top mine. Even though mine is brilliant, yours are going to top mine. So let's save yours for a second.
I think I can hear your dog in the background.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he's here. Bless him. Shall I just... Yeah. Can you see him there?
Oh, what's he got on his head?
He had to have a little operation this week to have something taken off of his undercarriage. And, so he's getting better, but he wrestles because he's got to have a cone on his head to make him feel a bit better and stop him from attacking it. So, Ralphie, shh.
Poor little Ralphie.
He's all right. First one is from Darren Dutton, regular friend of the programme. We've seen a few from him. He is so witty and he's so darn quick at doing these videos. He really seizes on the zeitgeist of the moment. Have a look at this. This is his interpretation of the announcement about the new vaccine for the coronavirus. Have a look.
This is a lateral flow test. They are very simple to use. It is this lateral flow device that produces such a speedy result. This 2-inch bit of plastic offers a possible route out of lockdown. Please do not hesitate. Make the most of this opportunity. These lateral flow tests are a way to get on with our lives.
It's classic, isn't it? I mean,
it's great.
It's got all the graphics around it and everything.
But even the tacky background music. Yeah. And the fact that when you watch him do that, you think it could quite easily be someone flogging something like that on the shopping channel. He's got that kind of nice kind of staring straight down the barrel of the camera, going through the facts, trying to win it over. Very good. I don't know how good a job he's done of it, but
Darren Dutton, he's a legend, and we love his work. I've got a couple of videos. It's from Shireen Neville. If you want to check her out on TikTok, that's where she is. Now, her mum is actually the legend because she does loads of these little things with her younger sister. And here we go. So what shall I show first? I think the fairground is quite good. Let's have a quick look at this one.
Mum! What are you doing?
Yeah, it's brilliant. And let's have another look while we're there at this one. It's the pony.
Mum! What?
Very
Love the
clever.
horse riding. But this one's my favourite. By far the best one is the kayaking.
Mum? What? What are you doing? Kayaking!
Love it so much. She's actually kayaking down the stairs just to keep little Bella entertained, because Bella is in lockdown, as the rest of us are. And, you know, we can't do our usual things. So why not make your house into a little fairground, which is exactly what she's done there.
Very good. She's in fact become a news item, hasn't she? The Daily Mail have done a news piece on her and all her kind of little escapades. The other thing that we've noticed is that there's lots of videos of parents that put children in like a laundry basket, all quite safe, you know, one of the big open ones, in front of TV with YouTube on, and they'll put on, you know, people that go around like Universal in Florida or Disney Park or something, and they film the ride and then they put it on YouTube. There are parents that put their children in laundry baskets in front of YouTube and then rattle and move the laundry basket in time with the ride. How cheap is that? Pay for them to go to do that. That's what you should be doing.
Yeah, it's like one of those 3D simulators that you used to get, like at Flambars. Did you ever go to Flambars?
Yeah,
it was like the first place.
Flambars.
It was the first place to have the 3D simulator. It's awesome.
That was the talk of the Duchy, wasn't it, when that 3D simulator came down? People probably thought it was fresh off the set of the Terminator or something. The first time technology came to Cornwall.
People came from all over the southwest just for that, didn't they?
Legendary, all the way down from London. The final video we're going to play you, though, this is my favourite. Pete found this. I can't claim credit to this. I used to love, there was someone that used to do this video with their friend where they used to surprise them with an air horn right beside their head at random points during the day. This is the same principle, but this is oh so much better. Have a look at this.
Even the shopkeepers laugh.
Yo, bro!
So good.
Yo, bro. Here we go. Swipe it. Go on, swipe it. Swipe it now. Swipe. Boop. There we go. Love it. Oh, yeah. This is the last one. When he's having a match.
That's nice.
Love it so much. That's Bash the Entertainer. You've got to check him out. Check out his YouTube channel. What do you think, Rich? Have you seen him yet? Have you checked it out?
I haven't checked out the YouTube channel. I'm going to do that because that one genuinely was belly laughs for me, which is a triumph in itself. But everyone wants a friend like that, don't they? Or everyone wants to be the person who's doing the practical joke and to have a soppy friend that they can play it on. That's the way you want to be, isn't it?
Yeah. But that's the thing with Bash the Entertainer. He loves being the butt of the joke. He's fine with it.
Yeah, he's probably enjoying the glory, isn't he? The fame and the glory that's come from millions of YouTube hits. So yeah, I'll check out his channel later. Great videos. I enjoyed them this week. They were good fun. Right, let's have some great music, eh, Pete?
Yeah, for sure. Leila Jane, she's out of Dublin in Ireland. She's fantastic. She's on the stream tonight. And also, we've got Marcus Magellan. He's out of Florida in the US of A. How are you both?
Good. Honey, Danny, can you see me?
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
We've got you.
Leila as well.
Hello.
I can't see Leila, and I'd like to.
I can see
technology.
Yeah.
All right, that's important. I'll see it in the reruns.
You must be on maybe speaker view, I think, Marcus. Maybe something like
great.
that.
What the heck is that?
Pete,
I got your link.
You've got to explain the time differences here. Marcus, what time is it where you are in Florida?
About 3:10 in the afternoon.
3:10 in the afternoon. Leila, what time is it for you over there in Ireland?
It's 8 p.m.
Yeah, right. There she is. Hello, Leila.
Hi.
Same as us.
Not as exciting as the same as us, is it, Pete? You'd expect Ireland to maybe be an hour in front of the UK at the moment, judging by the way politics are going for us over here.
Yeah, true enough.
Yeah.
Well, the best time difference we ever had was when Josh Jaws was with us from Australia. He actually got up at 5 o'clock in the morning just for our stream, which was fantastic. The guy's a legend, and we could hear all the kookaburras in the background as well, which was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, we will ask you to open your doors and windows later to check out what wildlife sounds you got where you are.
Yeah, true, Marcus. We would love to have a look out your window. Do you get to see the sea or anything like that, or?
Oh, we see a canal. We see some iguana lizards, maybe ducks, and maybe a python if we're lucky.
Wow.
Ooh,
Alligator, can't see an alligator, but in good days.
Well, my memory of Florida isn't actually a personal memory. It's more like Gentle Ben. Do you remember this series, Gentle Ben? Anybody?
Yes,
Was it just me?
No. If you live in the Everglades, that's exactly what it is.
The Everglades is so beautiful, and they just had this boat that went around the whole Everglades, and it was about a bear and the relationship between the boy and the bear. It was fantastic.
Yes, I remember. That's back in the '60s, I think. Well, you were probably watching reruns.
I must have been watching the reruns. All right, well, we should hear some music, Leila. Your first song, is it going to be Field of Dreams? Leila.
Oh, I think Leila's frozen on us.
Ah, she's frozen.
Either that or she's exceptionally good at pausing for the mannequin challenge? Is that what it was? No, that's not the mannequin challenge. Not to go on this long. No one can do it that long.
Nobody can do it this long. So, Marcus, would you mind playing us our first song?
No problem.
All right, sweet. It's funny how we're getting a better connection from you. Ah, Leila, are you back?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. The connection for me kind of keeps going in and out in my.
Oh, no.
I'm not sure if it's.
What you need to do, Leila, is can you relocate to Florida, where apparently the connection is really good at the moment? Is that right? Can you arrange that?
Yeah. Maybe not right now. Oh, well, you look very nice, Leila. You've got a part smile on, with Richard's terrible.
I'm going to try and.
Oh, there we go.
Connect on my phone instead.
All right.
If you can hear that.
Yeah, we can hear that. So, Marcus, let's hear that first song from you.
All right, first song.
Yeah. What are you going to play? Sugar Mama Blue?
Sugar Mama Blue. Okay, it's a song I wrote about all brands of candy eaten here in the United States. I don't know if they have them over there in England or Ireland.
We have candy, believe it or not.
Oh, well, yeah, but do you have Almond Joy, Kit Kat? You don't have Budweiser. Why would you have the same brands here? But anyways, I got them, collaged and squeezed it into one song, and it's supposed to be funny or something, but it's called Sugar Mama Blue.
All right, take it away.
Juicy fruit, Dairy Queen, buttercups, cookies and cream, chocolate chips and marshmallows too. But delicious chickens and syrup, Willy Wonka, son of a bird, whoopie pies as sweet as you. You are the candy apple of my eye, good and plenty pepper pie. Baby, you're so succulent, oh my. Kit Kat, Tic Tac, Almond Joys and Apple Jacks. Won't you be my sugar mama blue? Fruit Loop, Frosted Flakes, Baby Ruth, Marmalade, Milky Way, and M&M's too. Honey on, gummy on me, Jelly Bella, Chocolate Bunny. Let me be your sugar daddy boo. You are the candy apple of my eye, good and plenty pepper pie. Baby, you're so delightfully delicious. Tack, Almond Joys and Apple Jacks. Won't you be my sugar mama blue? All right. Anyways, I hope the audio is good.
Amazing. That was really nice. I enjoyed that. That was great. Marcus, who are your musical influences then? Where did you first get your vibe for what you wanted to do in the world of music?
Well, I mostly do jazz when I play out. I play instrumental jazz, like funky jazz, disco jazz, and swing as well. And that's where the influence comes with chords and everything like that. And this right here is an old-fashioned kind of jazz, probably known as Dixieland. So that's where my influence comes from. Dixieland, swing, modern jazz, fusion, like that. Bebop.
So experimental stuff as well, mixing up some of those genres, playing around, seeing what you can get.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, we do that because we can't help it. Just get our influence all together, and it comes out different. I'm sure everybody does the same thing.
And do you create the music with anyone else at all, or do you have someone who's kind of like a sounding board for you? So when you've got something, you think, well, I've got to play this to such and such a person just to check, just to get that sense of confidence from someone else that this is a good song, because you can get caught up in it yourself a little too much sometimes, can't you? You get carried away, particularly when you're experimenting within a genre.
Well, good point. It takes me about 2 hours to get the idea, the whole song, the lyrics, but it takes longer to redo it, to fine tune it. And I have this guitar player I play with a lot. He's good. He ought to come in the show because he's interesting. He's a college professor and he has a lot to say. And I got him, and he helps me out in the music. We play together often. His name is Mark Magellan. He's my nephew.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he'll be welcome on the show, wouldn't he, Pete?
Yeah, he's a grown up, right? He's in his 30s, so it's not a kid or anything like that.
But how could he be in his 30s when you're so obviously only in your late 30s?
You're right, yeah. A little older than that. Thank you, Rich.
Pete, I'm sure that was been getting a great reaction on Facebook. It must have been. This is great, to have music that we don't usually have here on CNLZ. That is a type of genre that I don't think we've had since, when have we been doing this? Since lockdown in March.
Absolutely. I don't think we've ever had it. Victoria Brooks says, great banjo playing. Mike Adley says, you don't get so many banjos in the charts these days. It's a great song. So thanks.
Let me say one thing. Can I? This here is what they call a banjo-tar. It's a 6-string banjo, and it's tuned like a guitar. It kind of sounds like a banjo, right? It's not a 5-string banjo. It's not for bluegrass. It's mostly for jazz. So 6-string banjo called a banjo-tar.
Well, there you go, Rich. Learn something every day. It's a kind of a cross between a banjo and a guitar. A banjo guitar.
All right, it might have been invented in Ireland. Okay, it's not a fact, but it's out there. This instrument here, a 6-string banjo, might have been invented in Ireland in the mid 1800s to do minstrel shows. Back in those days.
Yeah.
About that.
I'm amazed that we're 20 minutes into this live stream and no one's mentioned George Formby yet, because that is the obvious person that there's going to be a reference to, isn't there? As soon as you see a banjo, people get confused and they immediately go back to that style of music, don't they? Is that something that you're familiar with over there in the US, or is that very much just a British thing?
It might be just a British thing. I've never heard of him.
It is, yeah, George, when I was cleaning windows, all that kind of thing, very popular kind of World War II, kind of rallying the troops, keep getting people's morale up style of music. Jazz obviously heavily influenced at that era as well, but that's the thing that people often go back to, that kind of era. And maybe cruelly, there's a lot of people that don't realise that there's great people like yourself doing music with these instruments in this genre at the moment, and people kind of see it as something that was very much done at that time, and there's that kind of distance, which is such a shame, because I think that's a lot of ignorance on a lot of people's behalf. You must come across when you're doing gigs, and you must meet people that are genuinely interested and shocked in what you're doing in the instrument that you're playing, because certainly in this part of the world, it's not the done thing, really. If you go to a pub or a gig here, it's someone with a guitar doing something, quite traditional. Correct.
Here too, you got rock bands or in Miami, Latin bands. And that's about it. I'm a normal one, right? I play events for the cities. They're the only ones that hire me. Things that are good for families. Bars are not my thing.
Nice.
I do a lot of busking too. I gotta shout them out. There's nonprofit organizations here that help out. They pay musicians really well. Avenue 3 Miami It's in downtown Miami. It's a really pretty place. They do a lot of events. And there's Busker Fest Miami. They put a band in every metro station, and they pay them well and everything like that. It's a great event. It's non-profit, and I'm giving them a shout out.
Cool, thank you, Marcus. Now, funny thing is, you mentioned busking because Pete earlier, what you talking to Leila? You were asking her a bit about how busking's going because Leila, you do a bit of busking on the scene. You're telling us about some of the spots that you go to in Ireland. Whereabouts do you go? They're good ones, they're bad ones, preferential ones.
Oh, Leila,
I just let her unmute herself.
There we
go.
Ah, there we go. Very good.
Yes, I do busk. Usually, lately I've been busking a lot. Before this last lockdown that we have, I busk on Grafton Street, which is the kind of, I don't know, one of the main shopping streets in Dublin. And there are a lot of buskers there. You have to, only do an hour and then wait your turn if there's other buskers there. And kind of, it's nice because there's a little community of buskers and we all kind of get along and get to know each other through that. So it's great. But our licenses have been suspended for the time being. So we're not allowed to busk on Grafton Street. So I have started busking, I just happened to find this market that allowed me to busk at. So that's been a real godsend almost for me at the moment to have some kind of area where there's no inspectors coming and checking if you have your license. So it's great.
And tell us, Leila, what is it like? So you're standing in the street, maybe with an amp and a guitar. What does it really feel like to be so exposed to just any random person coming past?
Well, you experience all sorts of people, really. It's great. Because what I do is kind of different. It's a bit different. So people will either just not get it or they'll really get it. So that's great because, and generally, it's well received. In Dublin, there. Oh my God! I was busking recently, and as I was busking, I don't know, a guy on drugs or whatever. He was in a really bad way. Anyway, he kind of walked past me weird, and then all of a sudden, the Gardaí, which are the Irish policemen, were there, and they had him down on the ground, and he was screaming and shouting right beside where I was busking. So I was like, okay, I've just got to do my job. I'm busking, but everyone was watching him, so it was so awkward. And then the Gardaí van came and picked him up, and it was okay, whoa, nice.
Oh, you just hate it when someone steals the limelight.
Yeah.
So undeserved as well.
It
It's so
crazy.
lack of talent that steals the limelight these days. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it was
And
crazy.
what did you do? Did you just carry on playing? What was the situation then?
It was weird because I felt but I felt well, I can't, there's nothing else I can do. What else am I supposed to do? So I just kept kind of playing, but I didn't feel, I felt so awkward playing through that.
Wow.
It was funny.
Anything can happen on the streets, of course. And your next song is going to be called Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
How did this song come about?
Well, it was I had a riff kind of in my head for I don't know how long, but then I was singing it a lot and decided to do something with it. And I was watching that series, The Affair, as well around that time. So I kind of used it as inspiration to write the rest of the song. So that's where it came from.
All right, brilliant. Well, whenever you're ready, if you could take it
Yeah.
away, please. Field of Dreams.
Cool. His eyes have nowhere left to go but inside You've taken more than you can bear. And in the distance there is a horizon. You can feel it yet. No, you can feel it yet. When he says forgive me, it's not how it seems. I was held up in my field of dreams. When tomorrow comes, I'll know wrong from right, and I'll walk with you into the night. Da, 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 da. You used to turn your nose up at the wine, but now you got arrested for driving high. The world that you are in is made for fools. The only way out is to break all the rules. His fall from grace was cushioned and denied, while your mistakes were held up to the harshest light. And God forbid he doesn't get his way, you'll be the one who is the cause of all his pain. Then he says, forgive me, it's not how it seems. I was held up in my field of dreams. When tomorrow comes, I'll know wrong from right, and I'll carry you into the night. Da, 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 da. When the sands of time have filtered through, and all that's left of me is you, and all that really needs to be said won't take long. I'll leave you to the dogs of the mind, while I try to unwind and hear you say, forgive me, it's not how it seems. I was held up in a field of dreams. When tomorrow comes, I'll know wrong from right, and I'll walk with you into the night. Da, 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 da,
Lovely. What a gorgeous, gorgeous song. Thank you so much, Leila. That was fantastic. Now, I can't remember, forgive me, I can't remember what we spoke about the last time you were on CNLZ, because we were obviously in lockdown. I think it was very much an atmosphere of, how you're coping, what you're doing. It feels now in Great Britain that we're a bit more optimistic with the news of the potential vaccine that everyone's crossing their fingers about recently. I know we're in a second lockdown. It doesn't feel as severe as the first, maybe because the schools have actually gone back and there are certain aspects that make it still feel a bit like normal life is still here. But what are you focused on at the moment? Are you focused on doing things throughout this lockdown, regardless of how long it's going to go on for? Or are you still looking for the light at the end of the tunnel, thinking about what to do when we get back to proper normality?
Yeah, I guess a bit of both. I'm trying to be strategic, I guess, and using the lockdown to my advantage in a way, and planning. And yeah, like planning, but I have stuff in process, like in the works, like recording is my main goal at the moment. I'm just trying to organize a bit of thing in various ways. So
still using the situation then really to your advantage. Maybe is it giving you a bit more headspace as well to be creative without a few other pressures?
Yeah, definitely. It's nice to have the time to myself and the headspace. And I think it kind of works out well because you can plan better when you have more headspace as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think if you're going to come out of lockdown too and you haven't got all the things you've been meaning to do for a long time sorted, you're going to come up with some cracking excuses to why you haven't done them. Pete, I can't remember how long ago it was that Leila was on CNLZ. How long was it? Months, wasn't it?
I think it was back in June or July, and I think I had a fan here just behind me, and I think I had all the windows open, and it was blistering. I was probably sweating, and we heard your amazing song "Satellite Station," which I still think is fantastic, and my favourite song ever on CNLZ, I have to say. And this song as well, beautiful, "Field of Dreams." There is that famous movie, Field of Dreams. Build it and they will come, I think, was the big phrase in Field of Dreams. Have you seen this film?
No.
Oh, you've got no idea. Have you seen Field of Dreams, Rich?
Yeah. Layla's seen the film. She's just saying that for legal reasons in case the filmmakers sue her. It's all lies. That's where it's come from. It's all lies. Yeah, I have seen that. That is a good movie, isn't it? Build it and they will come. Haven't seen it for ages.
No, it's a classic.
It
You've really got to watch that, Leila. It's just
Yeah.
absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
By the time they do a reboot, you've got to pitch that song for it. It would be perfect.
Yeah, I know. Wow.
Talking about reboots, Rich, I've just literally got to sort out my camera. Sorry, these things happen sometimes. Please ask away another question, Rich, either to Leila or Marcus, and I'll try and sort out my camera.
No worries. I think because we're looking at the time, it's 25 to 9 already, we should move on to the second track from Marcus tonight. Marcus, what have you got for us? Tell us the song, unmute yourself, tell us all about it. What's the influence and what are you going to play for us? Unmute yourself, Marcus, so we can hear you. Hang on a mo. I'll see if I can do it. No, I can't do it. You're going to have to unmute yourself there. You can't do it. Oh, only Pete can unmute Marcus. That's a shame. We'll have to wait for him to come back. I tell you what, though, while we're waiting for Pete to come back, Leila, give us your review of Marcus's first song, because you must have enjoyed that, surely.
Yes. I'm a big fan of all kind of swing and jazz, especially like, old Dixieland jazz. So yes, I loved it. I mean, I would like to hear more. My connection here isn't great, but I'd love to check out more of your music because I think it's definitely stuff that I would enjoy.
One of the things we do here at CNLZ is that we clip up the actual songs that we've heard on the live stream, and they go onto the YouTube channel and onto Facebook and social media during the week. So if you go back, you can actually see your previous songs are all up there, Leila, and yours will be there as well, Marcus. Pete's back in the chair. Pete, you need to unmute Marcus. He's like a puppet, and you've run away with the strings tied. So we're here asking him questions, and he can't respond to us.
I'm so sorry.
Go on, unmute him.
Yeah, I've unmuted.
No, you haven't.
Actually, then,
no, he's done it himself now. There we go.
Brilliant. Well,
Right.
then let's do our quiz because it is
quiz
quiz time. Let me play the music. All right. So today's quiz is called Celebrity Kids or Car Names. Now, this is for you guys to choose whether this is a celebrity's child, a name of a celebrity's child, or is it a car? So, Rich, traditionally I always speak to you first. So the very first one for you to choose, and let me get my pen ready. Friend Me. Is Friend Me a name of a car or a name of a celebrity's child? Friend me.
It's the type of dippy name some celebrity is going to give their child, isn't it? And poor child. I'll go with, celebrity's child.
It isn't actually. It's a
What?
Nissan. I'm going to wear my new glasses.
No, Marcus was nodding there. He was on my side. He thought it was a celebrity's child.
It's a Nissan Friend Me. It's a social network inspired concept car.
Hang on a minute. Put those glasses on. Put those glasses back on. Oh my goodness. It's Angela Lansbury is on the live stream for the opening of Murder, She Wrote. What's going on?
Well, I have been looking into things, Richard. Gravity. Gravity. Is Gravity the name of a child
or a car? The Vauxhall Gravity. I think that's a car.
It's the child of Lucky Blue Smith and Stormy Bree, whoever those people are. And it's a real down-to-earth name. Pilot Inspector. Pilot Inspector. Pilot Inspector.
That's got to be a car. You have to. You'd have the Wooden Spoon Award for parenting if you called your child that.
It's the child of Jason Lee and Beth Ricegraph. Lee reportedly chose the name Pilot after hearing a song.
Well, congratulations. Your child's going to get bullied at school.
I know. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Well, all of them been wrong so far, Richard. Naked. Naked. Is that a name of a child or name of a car?
I reckon the Kia Naked is the next car to run off the South Korean production line. It's a car.
Yeah, it's actually you weren't too far away from it being a Kia. It's a Daihatsu Naked, and it's kind of got a boxy kind of van type vehicle. Well done. Last one for you, Richard Latto. Apple. Name of a car or name of a child?
I think it could very easily be a car, but I think in this quiz it's going to be a child.
Yeah, it's the child of Chris Martin and Gwyneth Paltrow.
Thought I'd heard it somewhere.
2 out of 5. Well
Brilliant.
done, Richard Latto. Leila Jane, are you ready for the quiz?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Great. Charisma. Is that a name of a child? A celebrity's child? Or is it the name of a car? Charisma. Would you ever name your child Charisma? I can't get Angela Lansbury out of my head now. It's so Angela.
So true.
Oh, yes.
A child.
It's wrong. It's a Mitsubishi Charisma.
Okay.
And actually, it has no charisma at all. It's a disgusting car. Exton. A celebrity child? Exton? Or is it a car? Exton. Sounds like an oil company to me, but Exton is either a
it's
car
a difficult one. It's
or a celebrity's child.
It could be a child. Like, I can't lie. Okay, child.
Nice. It's the child of Robert Downey Jr. and Susan Downey, named after an eccentric great uncle. Well done. Trajet.
Trajet.
Trajet. Trajet. Yeah. What do you think about that? I'm going to open a beer.
It sounds very car-like, so I'm going to go with car.
Brilliant. Well done. It's a Hyundai Trajet. It's a people carrier. Chicago. Chicago is the next one.
Chicago. Yeah. I'm going to go with the child's name.
Brilliant. You're good at this. Three so far. 3 out of the 4 that we've done. It's the daughter of Kanye and Kim Kardashian, named after Kanye's hometown. Well done. And the last one, Gladiator. Is a celebrity really named their kid Gladiator? Or is it a car?
That would be a very funny child's name. I'm going to go with car.
Wow, you are good at this.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, it's the Gaylord Gladiator, and it's a concept car from the 50s designed by Matt Harbut. Marcus, now, are you up for this quiz?
Right?
Try it. Right, here we go. Your first one, Gremlin. Is it a car?
That's a car.
Yeah.
1980s.
Brilliant.
So funny.
I chose that one just for you. It's an AMC Gremlin. It's a 1970s subcompact car, and it's legendary for its small size and unique appearance. Tennessee is your next one. Tennessee. What do you think?
It's a good name for a child.
Wow, smashing it. It's the child of Jim Toth and Reese Witherspoon. And it's a nod to the playwright, of course, Tennessee Williams. Lettuce. Lettuce. Has a celebrity really named their child Lettuce, or is it a car?
No, that's cruel. It has to be a car.
Yeah. It's a Mitsubishi, and it's a Minica Lettuce. And it's designed specifically for kind of shopping and children at the same time. Very, very small car. I've seen some pictures, and it's got some great heritage as well. Fuchsia. Name of a car or a child? Fuchsia. Fuchsia.
Fuchsia with an F?
Yeah, as in the plant, as in the flower.
Look, I'm going to say a car again. It's a car.
It's wrong, I'm afraid. It's the child of Sting and Francis Tumulty.
Oh.
Last one for you, Marcus. You're doing very well. Wizard. That's
a child. All right,
I'm afraid. It's an Isuzu Mysterious Utility Wizard, it's called. It's a mid-size SUV. And in the UK, it came over here, and it's called the Frontera. So what did we get there? That was 3 for Marcus. 4 for Leila. Well done, Leila. How amazing do you feel?
I never thought that I could win something like that. So there you go.
What a talent! What a talent!
Yeah.
Amazing. Any prizes do you think there, Rich? What do you think for Leila for winning?
I thought the winner always has to go and find something embarrassing about them in the house. Isn't that the case now, or is there something going to be
It has
thrown out
been
the
the
window?
case previously. What do you think, Leila?
Is that true? Is that really what happened?
Yeah, that's what we've been doing.
It happens every time, of course.
Find something embarrassing with a story attached to it, and actually that would be perfect because Marcus is about to play his next song.
Yeah,
so you could disappear and go and try and find something—a photo, an object, something that maybe has a story or a connection.
Yeah.
Great, she's up for it. Amazing.
Yay. Thank you, Leila.
All
right, let's hear your song then, Marcus. I can't wait for this.
All right.
It's about remind me again what you called your instrument. Was it a banjica?
Banjitar, like a guitar, banjitar.
Banjitar. Because most banjos have, is it 5 strings, but your banjo has 6 strings. Is that right?
Correct.
All right, exactly. I've got it. Banjitar. Tell us then. So your next song, it's another unusual name. Is it I Sent My Ex a Text?
Yep, that's what it is. It's I hope it's a universal subject, right? Everybody has an ex or a few.
Yeah, and right. How did this song come about?
Well, no, it's not a personal problem. Okay, it's just it's really is universal. You know, it is. I think reading a YouTube video about getting your ex back kind of videos, and the thing is not to act needy, not to return their text, and all that game stuff. So that's it. No more disclosures.
Well, it's a great title, and it's a bit of wordplay. So please take it away, Marcus Magellan.
All right. I sent my ex a text. She replied, goodbye, and wished me the best. I cried all night, and then goddess, take me back. I sent my ex a text. She's gone, queen of my dream. Thunder and lightning and tight blue jeans. Sweet as cherry pie, hot as chili beans. Played me right now, plays me mean. I sent my ex a text. Go away, say away. She said, I cried all night, and then I begged. Oh my goodness, take me back. I sent my ex a text. I searched her page, I creeped and stalked. Communications, they were blocked. I chased her home, but I got caught. Got locked up by county cops. I sent my ex a text. No reply, going out of my head. I cried all night, and then I begged. Oh my goddess, take me back. I sent my ex a text. Heaven and earth is moving my way. I'm working on love, getting better every day. My ex sent me a text. Got a text from my ex. I'm the king of the dreams. She told me she wants me back, but I was dating her. I replied to her text. I wished her at the very best. Go away, stay away, my ex.
Brilliant. That was fantastic. I really enjoyed that. That was
Thank you.
so powerful, so pumpy. That's a perfect Friday night song. What point in a gig do you usually play that track, Marcus? Where does it come? Is it the beginning, middle, or the end? Where do you put it?
No, it's in the middle. It's in the middle.
Yeah, and does it get the crowd going? Does it get people tapping along? Does it get people singing along?
Yeah, people swing to it. They dance. Yeah, kids love it. They don't know what I'm talking about. That's kids. They dance. And, yeah.
Cool. And it must be hard, though, because when you got something like that obviously encourages a lot of engagement from the audience that's there and people are really getting into it, how do you follow it? That's why I ask you about where you put it in the gig.
Right, correct. But most of my audience are a moving audience, right? Every few seconds, they're a different audience, right? So it's, I guess it's pretty easy. Just play anything you want. Because I'm busking, right? You're busking, people are walking, right? They'll stop for a few moments, and then they'll leave.
But you must have those guys that stop and think, more, come on, give us some more. And you think, all right, well, I've just given them that. They obviously liked that. Have you got something then that you slip in that works perfectly to maybe reduce the mood, go into something slower afterwards? Or do you keep the tempo going once you've got people pumped like that?
No, if they're pumping, you keep the tempo up tempo, right? So if they're talking and doing other things, you mellow it down a little bit. Play something familiar. That always helps too.
Nice. That was great, Pete. Really enjoyed that. That felt like a bit of a power shot, didn't it? Do you know what I mean? Just kind of like sparkly.
Yeah, I love it. And I love the comedy kind of thing as well in Marcus's music. He's just got that kind of finger on the pulse of just that few comedy words littering his kind of music there, and I just think it's brilliant. Thanks so much for coming on today, Marcus. You've been a real treat. And tell us, what I really want to know is, it's Friday the 13th. Are you a little bit superstitious?
Yeah, well, Marcus speaking right now. I hope you're asking me. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, and it is 2020 too. So, but so far so good. Keep our fingers crossed.
2020. What's the significance in that? You think there's the significance in the numbers, or
it's just been a blooming awful year? Surely that's the significance.
Why
Well, 20
superstitious?
No, but it's a little bit of a thing where it's in our culture right now to feel superstitious about these things. I think we'll be okay though. We're rushing through and we're getting to the finish line.
And Leila, superstitious at all?
No, not really. No.
Layla's nervous, aren't you, Layla? Because I saw you come
Nervous.
back into the room with
Oh.
an object in your hands. And do you want to lift the object up and show us? We maybe can guess as to what it is. It's a shuttlecock.
Yeah.
Now, this story could go anywhere now, couldn't it? What is embarrassing about a shuttlecock?
Well, I mean, it could be embarrassing depending on how you look at the story. It's just that, I mean, I thought, why not? Because me and my housemates, we live in this house and we have some badminton rackets. And last summer, we had the badminton rackets, but we didn't have any shuttlecocks. So when we were saying, oh yeah, we really need to get some shuttlecocks, like talking about it, and it never happened. The summer passed or whatever. And then I was just on my usual walk, maybe a couple of days ago actually, and I just saw this shuttlecock lying on the ground, like among the leaves, and it looks perfectly good. And I just thought of that and thought, oh, I'll just take that, and now we'll have a shuttlecock for next summer.
Amazing. You got your free shuttlecock. 2020 has been such a bad year for a lot of people, but for you, it has been an outstanding success because you got your free shuttlecock.
Yeah, free. I stole it, but oh well.
Great. Well, when's the
Yeah.
first badminton match? That's what you're going to ask yourself.
Yeah, I don't know now that I found it, and now it's kind of winter. It's not really a good time playing badminton, but I'll have to see. Yeah.
I used to love
Have to
playing
use it.
badminton. I used to say to my mates, come on, let's go and book an hour, book a court at the sports hall, go and play that. And I remember one of my friends saying, Richard, if I wanted to spend an hour hitting a dead budgie over a net, I'd go and do it at the local park. I'm not going to go. I'm not going to pay to go and do it at Leisure Centre. I was like, no, that's not the point, is it? It's a great sport, badminton. It's great.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's not talk about shuttlecocks and badminton anymore. I think we've exhausted all the jokes we can get out of that, don't you think, Pete?
I'm still confused. I still don't understand. I suppose the idea of playing badminton inside, though, surely you can still play in your house.
No. Ceiling's not high enough, is it?
I hadn't thought of that. We might be able to, but I was thinking more out in the garden. But then, we only have one shuttlecock now, so it's very precious. It could get chucked over to the other neighbor's garden. So I don't know. I'm wary about actually even using it now. But
You do realise that next time you busk, somebody is going to pass you a shuttlecock, just for fun. Anybody in Dublin, if you see Leila Jane out busking, please give that girl a shuttlecock.
thanks. That would be great.
All right, Leila. Your next song is, I believe, called Joe.
Yeah.
Please tell us the inspiration behind this song.
So mostly, I wrote this song last year. It was the first song I wrote in this house. And I wrote it just after going to a gig that really inspired me. And so mostly it's about it's kind of abstract-ish, but it's based on the gig and the feelings and stuff. And then the Joe bit is kind of about somebody who was trying to be my manager, and I didn't want. I was like, no, and so I just threw in the name Joe in the chorus. It's like something I was thinking about at the gig. So there, I've given away the secret now. So
Cool. Well, we're all into secrets here, and yeah, please take it away. I can't wait to hear another song from you.
This is all I need. I can put one foot in front of the other. My chest is heavy, but listens as the night draws me under. I am the dancer that has pushed into the crowd. No one is watching my reaction to the sound. Just hand me the light, hand me the light. You sure know how to scare. One soft-spoken individual with my subtle surprise is to the gentle yet commanding. I thought when you recognize someone like me, I've been in hiding. Hand me the light, hand me the light. You sure know how to scare. One soft-spoken individual. The drum beat beckoned our bodies from side to side. The singer understands what's going on inside. I want to forget as the red light cools the band. The smoke I used to breathe is tugging at my hand, while the dim light tells us to be quiet. Hand me the light, hand me the light. You sure know how to scare. One soft-spoken individual. I know it's not a crime, it's not a crime, but I cover myself in gloom to strip away the old attitude. Beauty don't come easily. You ran out of words, so left swiftly. Beauty don't come without a fee. You ran out of beer, so left swiftly.
Lovely. What a gorgeous song to end on. That was brilliant. Thank you very much, Leila. Really heartfelt, really passionate, really got into that. That was great. Now, the question we always like to ask this time of the evening is, where's the best place for people to go to find out more information on your back catalogue, more information about you? We'll start with you, Leila. Where's the best place for people to go?
The best place, well, they can go on Spotify and listen to my EP and singles that I've released so far. And I'm hoping to get some more releases out, hopefully, next year, and get them finished early next year. And then also I have an Instagram and a Facebook. I'm quite active on Instagram, so if you want to know more about me, And there's some bits of like, I like to do characters, and I enjoy acting a little bit as well. So I have a bit of character stuff on there. So yeah.
Cool, nice variety. We'll check that out. And before we ask Marcus the same question, Pete, we've had nice reaction on social media tonight, haven't we? Facebook's been doing really well. We've had some nice comments from guys coming in there.
I've got my Angela Lansbury's on. Yeah, absolutely. Like Jill Nicolau, she says, "Ooh, really love this song, Leila. Such a beautiful song, and you have an amazing voice. Fab acoustics." Mike says, "The peril of getting older. Lovely song." I think, was he referring to my glasses there? I'm not even sure. Chris Anderson, you're watching. Please comment if you want to. And yeah, but you know, I think when I hear you sing, Leila, you're exactly the reason why we do CNLZ, because it's so important to hear new artists and people like you. And I absolutely love your lyrics and love your words and your music as well. And hand me the light, you know, I just think that's such a beautiful thing. Hand me the light. Like, you know, even though the song's called Joe, there's so many other little phrases in there that are equally fantastic. Marcus, yourself, where can we find out more about you?
Well, you can Google me you can Google me, Marcus Magellan. I'm everywhere. Instagram, SoundCloud, YouTube. Go to YouTube. That's my best place.
Marcus, I absolutely love your YouTube stuff as well. And you've got, you know, such comedy kind of timing in what you do as well. And I think it's the busking stuff that's on YouTube that's really good. Remind me of other things that you've done on YouTube.
All right, thank you very much. We'll keep in touch. Oh, are you asking me now? Okay.
Yeah. Remind me of some of the other things that you've done on YouTube there.
Well, I have so many videos. I have videos with bands and you say busking in colleges and in a college. The great audience, believe me. Little kids, they're not little, but young adults. They make a great audience. And man, that's about it. Got some clubs, not too many. Got some different players: a harmonica player, bass player, guitar player. Yeah. That's it.
Cool. What do you think, Rich? It's been a great night, hey?
Oh, it's been brilliant. And you know what? It's been lovely to hear two very different genres on the programme tonight. And I think it's all gelled particularly well. And this is exactly, as you say, why we do CNLZ. It's just the ability to hear different music and young talent and new talent and try and keep people's spirits up when we're in the middle of lockdown 2. Well, let's hope we're in the middle of lockdown 2 and not just on the beginning of lockdown 2. But this is why we're here, isn't it? It's a golden opportunity, and it's been great fun.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you, Leila Jane.
Thanks.
Thank you as well, Marcus Magellan. And yeah, we'll be seeing everybody next week. We've got another 2 amazing, talented artists. Please stay tuned. 8 p.m. UK time, CNLZ on Facebook, on YouTube, and even on Twitch, if that's your thing. Anyway, take care, and we'll see you next week.